But first, former President Donald Trump back in Georgia as the countdown to the November election is on. We're live tonight in Duluth with what could be one of Trump's last messages to the Peach State before voters hit the polls. And right now, we're in the final days of this election period, and Georgia is at the center of it all. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Jones.
And I'm Jennifer Bellamy. Tonight, former President Donald Trump made his second trip to Georgia in just 8 days. Zach Merchant was there for both of them, and he's joining us now from Duluth, where the former president just spoke to a crowd of thousands of supporters.
Well, this is what happens when you live in a battleground state in a race that is expected to be tight, and with just about 2 weeks to go until Election Day, you're going to see a lot of these candidates. Both Vice President Harris and former President Donald Trump have been in Georgia within the last 8 days. Former President Trump in Cobb County last week. Vice President Harris in Atlanta this weekend. The latest stop, former President Donald Trump here in Duluth. He just wrapped up about 90 minutes ago on the stage here at Gas South Arena, speaking to a crowd of thousands of supporters. He told them if he is reelected, he promises to cut taxes and curb illegal immigration.
I will pass historic tax cuts for our workers and small businesses, and we will have very important no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits for our seniors. The United States is now an occupied country, but on November 5th, 2024, we will call that Liberation Day. It's going to be Liberation Day.
And former President Donald Trump was not the only candidate on the campaign trail today. In Pennsylvania, Vice President Harris spent the day there in that pivotal battleground state, making the argument that she feels that former President Donald Trump is unfit to serve.
Those who once tried to stop him from pursuing his worst impulses would no longer be there. We know what Donald Trump wants. He wants unchecked power. The question in 13 days will be, what do the American people want?
And you can expect Vice President Harris to continue to make that argument when she visits Atlanta tomorrow for a campaign rally that will also include former President Barack Obama. And you can also just about bet that you will see more of both Vice President Harris and former President Trump in the final days of this election. We want to end with this. We said it last week. It's worth saying again. If you want to know where these campaigns think the most important states are, look where their candidates are spending their time. And right now, both of these campaigns are making it very clear they think Georgia will be at the center of this election. We're live tonight in Duluth. Zach Merchant, 11 Alive News.
All right, Zach, thank you.